first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Chubb is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On 2nd and 10, Jones He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Real quick.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. There he goes right side, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown. Giants. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is the teams they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that.
searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's the option play going left. There's the stiff arm. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Here's Chubb on the read option. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Now it's Jackson. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Jones on 1st and 10. It returns it right back to Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, Jones. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They begin this drive with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones throwing to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got room at the 30. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 27, Jones. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because
and that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail.
And now here's another interception.
And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones looking deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and it will bump the lead up to 26. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Jamison Williams, 84 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Jones now throwing on first down. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. throw here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this